Could it possibly be true? Could there actually be a cure for the anti-life plague, and can the heroes of Earth 2 ever hope to claim it before their own deaths? Well, I'm Cape Joel, and join me, why don't you, as we take a closer look at Dceased Dead Planet issue number 2 and find out the answers to these and more questions. Oh yeah, now this is what I'm talking about. As we start the comic, we managed to hook up with one of my absolute favorites, Roy Harper, aka Speedy, aka Red Arrow, aka Arsenal. He's gone all Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead and is protecting a small group of survivors using only his wits, his grits, and a crossbow. Oh yeah, this makes perfect sense. He's back now. He can become the new Green Arrow. And no sooner do I get my hopes up does poor Roy end up getting flash fried by a zombified, I think it's supposed to be fire from Fire and Ice. Oh.
Why are you the way that you are?
Well, wipe those tears, everyone, and by everyone I of course mean me. Roy might be dead, but we do get introduced to a brand new version of the Shadowpact, which was the name of a previous DC Universe team we haven't seen in a long while, but here, it's basically the cast of the Unkillables back again. It seems since last we left them, Constantine and his group of tramps and thieves have been making their way around the world trying to save as many human lives as they can and bring them back to Poison Ivy's garden in the shade. As far as the good guys knew, this was the last actual bastion of livable humanity left on planet Earth, but as the Swamp Thing and other Vertigo notable lets John know, there is in fact another garden, one that screams out in pain on the other side of the world, one in Australia. Well, duh, of course it's in Australia, this is a Tom Taylor book after all. John doesn't pay Big Green much mind, which is unfortunate for him because, well, Swamp Thing takes this very seriously and lets it be known by uttering the loudest curse diddly earth you've ever heard.
Ow, my freaking ears!
Now, how exactly has Poison Ivy's Gotham Garden been able to hold out against the Blighted Ones for all these years? Well, she didn't do it alone. She had help, magical help, in fact, from Kent Nelson, Dr. Fate, as well as Mary Marvel. Another big reason the garden hasn't fallen is because, well, they don't take in any sick people. People like, well, John Kent the Superman, who had gotten all sorts of jacked up in the previous issue, and now Poison Ivy and her people may actually be the only ones who can save him. The only problem is that they don't want to touch him. If nothing else, this situation does offer an opportunity for people to be reunited, like Jason and Damian, in a very sweet moment where the last two sons of Batman finally get a chance to reconnect. Jason says it's actually pretty cool that Damian is the new Batman. After all, Bruce may have made a lot of mistakes as a father, but choosing Damian to succeed him in Jason's eyes certainly isn't one. The question also gets breached, what exactly to do with the head of Cyborg, the one that keeps saying the cure for the anti-life plague is somewhere inside him, and the only way they're gonna get it is by having an autopsy. Luckily, they have science, magic, and technology on their side, and surely by the time it's done, they'll get to the bottom of this. Even if it isn't lost on everyone in the city that they killed so many Blighted Ones over the years, some of which were their own friends and family, and they're certainly not going to be getting them back now, so it's with a heavy heart they make this choice. Now, over with Constantine and the others who had gone on an away mission to Australia, they see exactly what they're dealing with when it comes to the other garden, and this place, well, let's just say it's a little less home and garden and a little more heavy metal. For starters, they have a wall of fire, hellfire in fact, that keeps out all of the dead, as well as a moat of blood. Constantine and the others jump to the very educated guess that someone evil probably lives here and that they should probably deal with them. After all, if zombies weren't bad enough, they don't need any holdout supervillains. Luckily, our heroes aren't as dumb as zombies and they know they can fly over the wall of fire and over the moat of blood. There's just one teeny tiny problem, and that is that moat isn't filled with blood, it's filled with plastic. As in a zombified plastic man who serves as the final obstacle for this fort, eating anyone and anything that dare get close to it, like all of our heroes. Who all end up getting swallowed, which of course means...
everyone died. The end.
And so that was Dceased Dead Planet issue number 2, and once again this solid series turns in another solid installment. I like that this was basically an Unkillable-centric issue, which really rewards you if you read the middle part of this trilogy, which you absolutely should because it was great. I like that with the new Superman being sick, there's a real ticking clock for them to try and crack the code of this virus to use it to cure him first, because, well, if Superman should die, Hope would die with him. I will admit Jason and the others are pretty damn forgiving for all the superheroes for only only coming back now when they needed something, when they had all pretty much been forgotten and abandoned before on the blighted Earth. Yeah, they made it out fine, but still. Also, did I miss a whole middle part? Maybe it's in the digital book, but Damien and Wonder Girl kind of maybe sort of starting a relationship here. Yeah, I know sometimes a kiss is just a kiss and not indicative of anything more romantic than that. It just seemed like such an odd out of left field pairing. I know it's hard to think of Damien as a romantic being and to put him with anyone, but still. Overall, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one a very positive 8 out of 10, and I cannot wait to see where this ever-growing Dceased universe goes next.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cave Jewel, and if you're seeing me right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, which I am very appreciative of. It really helps drive engagement and retention and all that other good YouTube stuff. So does liking and commenting. Wink wink. If you like my content too, you should check out my Patreon page. We just redid all the tiers, so there's a ton of great rewards. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month, and well, it would just really help me out. It's never expected, but always appreciated. So until next time everyone, I've been Cave Joel, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.